Voice of Activist Network. A 40-day Target boycott begins. A call for accountability and justice. This week, a powerful 40-day boycott of Target, aptly named the Target Fast, began in protest of the retail giant's decision to roll back key diversity, equity, and inclusion DEI initiatives. Organized by Reverend Jamal Bryant, senior pastor of New Birth Missionary Baptist Church near Atlanta, alongside other faith and civil rights leaders, this boycott is not just a protest. It's a spiritual act of resistance. It's a call for accountability, justice, and a future where corporations no longer prioritize profit over the well-being of marginalized communities. The boycott, which coincides with the Lenten period, runs through April 17th and urges participants to withhold their spending from Target. The organizers emphasize the economic power of Black Americans, who have historically been the backbone of consumer spending in this country. As the website targetfast.org states, turn your dollars into data, power, and change. But this boycott is about more than just Target. It's about a systemic issue that has plagued Black Americans for generations: the exploitation of their economic power without equitable returns. Let's be clear. No other racial group in America spends as much money in white-owned businesses as Black Americans do. Black Americans have been conditioned to spend their dollars in these businesses, often because there are few alternatives that meet their needs. Yet, despite their significant contributions, the return on investment in Black communities has been virtually non-existent. This is not just an economic issue. It's a moral one. Black Americans are the lifeblood of many white-owned businesses, yet their communities remain underfunded, underserved, and overlooked. Meanwhile, other racial groups in America often rely on white America for resources, but their spending power does not compare to that of Black Americans. Many of these groups send their dollars back to their countries of origin, which, while understandable, does little to bolster the U.S. economy or support American businesses. The truth is, Black Americans are the #1 money generator for white-owned businesses. They have no choice but to spend their money here because they are from here. But what do they get in return? Broken promises, empty gestures, and a lack of meaningful investment in their communities. This boycott is a wake-up call, a demand for corporations like Target to recognize the power of Black dollars and to reinvest in the communities that have fueled their success. Target's decision to phase out DEI initiatives, including programs designed to support Black employees and promote Black-owned businesses, is a step backward. It sends a message that diversity and inclusion are no longer priorities. This is unacceptable. Corporations cannot continue to profit from Black consumers while ignoring their needs and contributions. The boycott is not just about Target. It's about sending a message to all corporations. If you want Black dollars, you must invest in Black communities. It's time for white-owned businesses to realize that supporting Black communities is not just the right thing to do. It's essential for their survival. Black Americans hold the economic power in this country, and if they choose to withhold their resources, these businesses will have to find another source of revenue. As an international activist, I've seen firsthand how other racial groups interact with white America. Many rely on white America for resources, but their economic impact pales in comparison to that of Black Americans. Black communities are American communities, and they deserve to be treated as such. It's time for corporations to stop taking Black dollars for granted and start giving back in meaningful ways. The 40-day Target boycott is a bold and necessary step toward justice. It's a reminder that economic power can be a tool for change. If Black Americans continue to withhold their resources, corporations will have no choice but to listen. This is not just a boycott, it's a movement, and it's one that has the potential to reshape the relationship between Black consumers and the corporations that depend on them. Let this be a lesson to all corporations. The time for empty promises is over. If you want Black dollars, you must invest in Black communities. The power is in our hands, and we are ready to use it. SDWJR is an international activist and advocate for economic justice and equity.